Hello and welcome to Somerville Highlander Volleyball on Somerville Ed TV. I'm Todd Harmon, and tonight the Highlanders will be taking on the Mustangs of Medford here at historic Cousens Gymnasium. Here on the campus of Tufts University, the home of the Jumbos since 2017. Tufts University, which straddles the two cities of Medford and Somerville, have donated their facilities for this border battle in everything ranging from basketball beginning back in 2017 to football, girls lacrosse, as well as baseball. And now today we have the opportunity to have volleyball represented here at the first ever Volleyball Tufts Classic. Highlanders come in 3-0 overall, 2-0 in the GBL, as they come off a road win at Waltham, where they defeated Waltham by the score of 3-1. Over on the other side, the Mustangs come in looking for their first win of the season. They are 0-2 on the year with losses to Lynn Classical and Revere. But of course, Lynn Classical and Revere, two of the top teams in the GBL. So Medford, very high strength of schedule so far this season. As we are about to get underway, looking at the Highlanders out on the court right now. Eve Paradis will be the libero. She's just off court right now in the white jersey. Sonia Babix, number 3, is out there. Both of those being the young freshman the Highlanders have brought in this year. Olivia Scammon, number 6. Kate Timmons is number 8. Rowan Buckley, number 10. Kayla Yee, number 11. And of course, Alexis Bowie, number 16. In the middle defense slot right now. As the Highlanders will get service to begin here, Kayla Yee will be back at the service line. One of the most consistent and strongest servers for the Highlanders, as that's a good one by Yee, dug out by Meliciona. Sent over on the third touch. Here's a set looking for Scammons, and Scammons will take that kill. As Olivia Scammon line that one right up. Excellent kill there in the middle of the net. Highlanders leading 1-0. Best 3 out of 5 sets. Each set goes to 25 points. As Kayla gets that onto the tape, goes the wrong way for the Highlanders. Side out will go over to Medford, 1-1 now. 5 sets, best 3 out of 5. Each set goes to 25 points. You have to win by 2 points to win the set. And if it goes to a 5th set, it will be a 15-point set. These two teams did go to 5 sets last year at Medford, I should say, as Medford challenged the Highlanders gamely on their home court, but ended up losing in 5 sets. Highlanders were able to sweep the Mustangs earlier in the season last year at Broome Fieldhouse. Side out will go over to the Highlanders as that service went long. Eve Paradis, the libero, back for the Highlanders. Good service there by Paradis. This has to go over from Medford. It will. Paradis will dig that out. Set by Reedy. Kill attempt there by Babix is dug out nicely. Yee had to address that one in the corner. Excellent kill there. I believe McInnes was able to rack that one up for the Mustangs. 2 serving 2 on the side out. Good service there, and a service ace as Maria Da Silva tunes up the band for the ace. Three serving 2 now. Another good service there by Da Silva. Setting it up, trying to get it to Bowie. She'll send it over, no danger. Now back set. Good job there, handling it by Reedy. There's Bowie, she's blocked. Excellent job blocking it. Good reaction by Reedy. Now Babix will try, and Babix will take the kill. Great job there by the Highlanders. Good defense up front by number 14, Carissa Purifer. But the Highlanders, McCartney Reedy, able to react. Oh, strike that. Rowan Buckley able to react excellently in that situation. And Bowie back at the service line. And Alexis Bowie hits the ace. Highlanders take the lead, 4-3. Bowie, a tremendous all-around player for the Highlanders. She'll get you a dig, she'll get you a block, she'll get you an ace, and she loves those powerful spikes at the net. Nice job by Scammon getting that over. And the set coming from De Silva, a little too far out for Gotcher to handle. Highlanders get the point, 5 serving 3. Another excellent service there, dug out nicely. Set here looking for Gotcher. Kayla Yee, a nice dig on that back line. Miscommunication there as Rowan Buckley as well as Eve Parody in the area. Buckley, the traditional setter for the Highlanders, so Parody gave way to her in that situation. Both of them thought the other one had it. Side out over to the Mustangs, 4 serving 5. As Purifour at the service line, dug out well by Babbix. Set for Scammon, and Scammon will take the kill. Babbix now back at the service line for the Highlanders, 6 serving 4. Good service there from Babbix. Dug out well. Now the set here looking for Yee from that left attacking position. A little too long from Kayla. Side out over to the Mustangs, 5 serving 6. As McInnes back at the service line for the Mustangs. Trying to figure out their substitution situation here, as they will. Good service there, dug out well by Babbix. Babbix has to back up to get that attack. She's able to get it over. Now the set for Gotcher, partially blocked, and Babbix unable to get down to it, as Gotcher will take the kill. Tying this match up, 6 serving 6 here in the first set. Official checking with the official score. And we're going to have a conversation here. Conversation between the officials gives me the opportunity to talk really quickly about some of the other great athletic activities we have for you here on Somerville Ed TV in the fall. We've got girls soccer as they look to defend their GBL championship. 2 straight GBL championships for the Highlanders. They are off to a rousing start, 2-0 in the GBL, 3-1 overall, as they were able to defeat Malden 8-0 at the end of last week. Highlanders have only allowed 1 goal all season, and that was in the opener against Cambridge. So they are looking great as they defend that GBL championship. Official's decision is going to give the point to the Highlanders. I believe somebody got into the net. So the infraction called. Highlanders 7 serving 5. Kate Timmons at the service line. Timmons a little long on that one. Side out will go over to the Mustangs. 6 serving 7 now. They may have called an illegal substitution, I believe, is what that was, as there was confusion previous to that service. And now the substitution has been made correctly. Service here for Bassnett. Miscommunication there. Babbix and Parody both in the area. Scammon thought they were going to come up to attack, probably Babbix. As Bassnett's service goes out. Side out returns to the Highlanders, 8 serving 7 now. As Rowan Buckley will go back to the service line. Service by Buckley is a good one. Sent over on the second touch. Good reaction there by Parody. This has to go over. Parody will get it there, but will hit it out. Side out goes back to the Mustangs, 8 serving 8. The first ever volleyball Tufts Classic here at historic Cousens Gymnasium. Opened back in 1932 was Cousens Gymnasium. So we're going to have a timeout taken by the Mustangs. Keep it right here. Keep talking about what's going on here on Somerville Ed TV this fall with Highlander Athletics. Mentioned the girls soccer team out to that rousing 3-1 start. Only 1 goal allowed in those 4 games so far this season for the Highlanders. They have big road games coming up against Lynn Classical and the Mustangs of Medford next week. So keep an eye out for those Highlanders games. Boys soccer, rebuilding season, losing 15 seniors from last year's squad. They are 1-2 overall, coming off a loss to Methuen, a 2-1 loss against Methuen. They're 1-1 in the GBL. We've got coverage coming up of the boys soccer team as they face off as well against Lynn Classical and the Mustangs of Medford coming up this week. Those will be at Dilboy Stadium. We will have coverage here on Somerville Ed TV. Make sure you mash your buttons, like, share, subscribe. We are up above 3,000 subscribers. We are moving towards 4,000. Make sure you have mashed your buttons. Sign up for notifications so you know when we have special coverage and when we have released any of our videos as well. You will get a notification from YouTube so you can check it out here on Somerville Ed TV. Highlanders back on the floor. Medford libero, Ruby Andreessen. The libero, Ruby Andreessen, back at the service line. Tied up here, 8 serving 8. As Babbicks will dig that out. Buckley. There's Bowen. As Bowie got into the net, I should say. Medford takes their first lead of the game, 9 serving 8 now. Highlanders looking a little bit ragged right now in the early going. Buckley will set this, looking for Kayla Yee. And the point will go to the Highlanders. As I believe it was Purifor who was up into the net, trying to make a block on Yee's kill attempt. Cannot touch the net. There's a violation. Point side out to the Highlanders. Yee from service. Set into the middle. This has to go over. De Silva gets it over. Buckley will set. Bowie will kill as the Highlanders take the point. Alexis gets her first kill of the game and of the match. 10 serving 9 now. Yee, good service once again. Set in the middle looking for Purifor. She sends it over. Now set again for Bowie. And Bowie down the line. Great placement there by Alexis Bowie. She dropped that one right down the line. No Mustang in the vicinity. 11 serving 9. Another strong service there by Yee. Good set for Purifor. As she gets up, cannot time that jump correctly. That set was a little bit close to the net. As De Silva put that really right up against the net, Purifor not able to really push for that ball. Highlanders now extending to a 3-point lead, 12 serving 9. Set by De Silva. Dug out well, that time by Buckley. Babbicks looks for the kill. And Babbicks will receive the point for the Highlanders. As Sonia Babbicks picks up her second kill of the game, 13 serving 9. Kayla Yee at the service line. Nice run here. You see how important consistent service is. And as I say that, she hits it long. Side out will go over to the Mustangs. 10 serving 13 now. As Lena Gomez back at the service line. Long service there by Gomez. Too long. Highlanders will take the point, 14 serving 10. As Eve Parody back at the service line. Highlanders have this influx of youth as Eve Parody as well as Sonia Babix, as well as Elizabeth Briones. 3 freshmen joining the team, and you see right there as Parody tunes up the band for an ace. 15 serving 10. Another good service there by Parody. They're going to have to send this over. Melchiono does. This gets close to the net. Nice touch there as Rowan Buckley just tapped the ball over the net. She'll take the kill. She normally is your setter. Heady play there by Buckley. 16 serving 10 now. It's Parody. Good service yet again. This is going to go over behind the attack line. Not much danger. Yee will dig it out. Opportunity here for Bowie. And that just goes long. As Alexis came up out from that near side attacking position. Sent that one just long. Side out to the Mustangs, but Yee did the damage as now the Highlanders lead by 5. 11 serving 16. Parody dug that one out. That back set as De Silva was trying to set that one behind herself to Reza Basnet. But Basnet had already attacked towards the net. Side out goes back to the Highlanders. 17 serving 11. And Alexis Bowie at the service line. Highlanders have spread this to a 6-point lead. It's Kayla Yee, her consistent service. Excellent play as well. Has been able to build this lead. Here's the opportunity by Babix, dug well by De Silva. This has to go over, it will. Nice job there, and a set in the middle. Timmons taps that one over. Back set. As Basnet once again not quite in position for that back set by De Silva. Highlanders will take the point, 18 serving 11. Left-handed jumping service of Alexis Bowie, and that is an ace. Second ace of the match for Bowie. 19 serving 11. This was tied up. But now the Highlanders asserting control here as De Silva sends that over, no danger. Set in the middle, looking for Babix. And Babix flying in from the left-hand attack. Takes her 3rd kill. (20 serving 11 now. 9-point differential for the Highlanders. Bowie takes a little bit off that one and is going to get the ace. As that's her 3rd ace of the match. Just consistency in your placement. Bowie able to take a little bit of mustard off that, catching the Mustangs unaware. 21 serving 11. Another nice service there from Alexis. Opportunity for the set. Basnet has to get it over. She does. Set. Looking for Babix. Babix gets it blocked right back. As Purifor was right there for the big block. Babix needs to go a little stronger on that attack next time. As we're going to get the opportunity to see the 3rd freshman on the team. Elizabeth Briones checks into the game, number 9. Purifor back at the service line. That one's going to get into the net for Purifor. Point to the Highlanders, side out to the Highlanders. 22 serving 12. And Sonia Babix back at the service line. Highlanders 3 points away from taking this first set. Babix, good service there, as that will be an ace for the freshman. 23 serving 12. Service that time by Babix gets into the net. Looked like she was trying to cross court that one to the far side. Just didn't quite give it enough air underneath it. Side out goes over to the Mustangs. Ella Melchiono at the service line, 13 serving 23. Melchiono's service goes long. Set point here for the Highlanders as Kate Timmons will get to the service line, 24 serving 13. Highlanders looking to take the first set. Timmons, nice service there. Got to get over on this touch and it won't, and that's an ace, and that will do it for the first set as the Highlanders take it by the score of 25-13. We will be back for second set action here from the first ever Tufts Volleyball Classic on Somerville and TV. Back here at historic Cousens Gymnasium, the first ever Volleyball Tufts Classic, as the Highlanders take the first set from the Mustangs here on Somerville Ed TV. I'm Todd Harmon as we continue our coverage with the second set of this matchup. Highlanders and Mustangs, they were tied up right there around the 9-point mark in that first set. But then the Highlanders, Kayla Yee, as well as Alexis Bowie from the service line, led the Highlanders to a large lead. They never relinquished. Sonia Babix was fantastic in that first set as well. 3 kills for Sonia, 1 ace as well. Highlanders ended up winning that set 25-13. As we move to the second set, teams have flipped sides of the net. As looking on the court, Highlanders out on the floor in that front line. Inside of that attacking line near the net, you see Alexis Bowie there, number 16. You also see Rowan Buckley, the lead setter for the Highlanders, number 10. And I believe Olivia Scammon is out there as well, number 6. On the back line for the Highlanders, the libero, Eve Paradis, as well as Sonia Babix and Kayla Yee. As those are your 6 Highlanders out on the floor right now, ready to take the service from Ruby Andreessen, the libero for the Mustangs. Andreessen's service dug out by Yee. Buckley will set, back set, looking for Bowie, partially blocked. Well done there by the Mustangs as Purifour sends it over, and she'll take the kill. As Carissa Purifour gets her first kill of the match. 1 serving nothing. Babix digs that one out. Buckley with the set. Scammon looking for the kill. Too long. As Olivia didn't quite get that one down quickly enough. Probably about a foot long off that baseline. 2 serving nothing. Another good service there by Andreessen. Babix has to get this over. She does. Now the set by De Silva. Kill attempt. Partially blocked, dug out. Nicely done by Paradis, and Paradis sends it over on the third touch. Now Purifour, dug out by Yee. Here's the Highlanders' opportunity, but didn't quite get a clean set, did Bowie. Now Buckley with the set to Babix. Well done there. Great job by Bassnett as she dove to get to that one. De Silva with the set. Gomez looks for the kill. And that'll go long. Good volley there for both teams. Highlanders ended up taking it as the set by De Silva. Gomez unable to get it in. Paradis now with the service. Eve gets that one into the net. Side out goes over to the Mustangs, 3 serving 1. As De Silva now back at the service line for the Mustangs. Good service there, dug well by Paradis. Buckley will set. Babix back line kill attempt. Hit the net. As Babix playing that back line, tried to get that over, was not able to. 4 serving 1. As De Silva tips the tape, goes the Highlanders' way. Side out goes to the Highlanders, 2 serving 4, as Bowie will head back to the service line for the Highlanders. Bowie, 3 aces, 2 kills in that first set. That one dug out well, Babbix. Buckley will set back to Babbix. Babbix, beautiful adjustment there by Sonia Babbix. As the set was a little bit behind her, she was able to get good velocity on that ball, and Purifour wasn't able to adjust her block. Highlanders take the point, 4 serving 3, or 3 serving 4, I should say. As Babbix will take that kill, her 4th of the match. Andreessen will dig that one out. It's got to go over here, and it doesn't. As Andreessen and Meltiono miscommunicated about the first hit there from Bowie. Highlanders tie it up, 4 serving 4 here in the second set. Highlanders leading it 1-0. Good service there by Bowie. And that'll go down as an ace for Alexis Bowie. You could just see how that ball, once it got over the net, just dove towards the court right in front of Melciono. Not much she could do with it. As Bowie has a lot of tricks there with that left-handed jumping service. She can get powerful with it. Just like that. As she tunes up the band for her 5th ace. We've seen her get hit with that power. We've seen her with some funky spin as well. Likes to take a little bit off it every now and again. Dug out that time. De Silva with the set. Purifour looking for the kill. Dug by Yi on the back line, but Bowie unable to get to it. So Purifour will pick up her 2nd kill. Mustangs take the side out, 6 serving 5. As Sydney Cofield back at the service line. Good service there by Cofield, as she'll take an ace. Parody going down to the court, trying to get that one, unable to. 6 serving 6 now, as Highlanders have taken the lead. Good job there by Timmons as she adjusted. And that one into the netting as McInnes unable to get that kill attempt over. 6 serving 7. I'm very confused by what I see in front of us in terms of the scoreboard. But that is what we have, as that will go down as the 2nd ace of the game for Sonia Babbix. 2nd ace of the match, I should say. I think they've forgotten who is who on the scoreboard. And they're treating the Highlanders now as the home team. Nice dig there by Parody. Has to go over on the 3rd from Yi, and it does. Opportunity here for Purifour, but De Silva, not a strong set there. Highlanders take the point, 9 serving 6. Ripping off a few points here on Babbix's service. As Babbix tips the tape, it goes the right way. Dug very well by Cofield. Sent over cleanly by the Mustangs. Now an opportunity for Bowie, or Bowie I should say, as she didn't quite get the elevation from the set from Buckley I think she wanted. Sent that one long. Side out goes to the Mustangs. Purifour back at the service line, 7 serving 9. Purifour very strong at the front line, has struggled at the service line so far. As her 3 times she's visited the service line, it has resulted in a service fault. 10 serving 7 now. It's Kate Timmons. She had an ace to end the first set for the Highlanders. Nice service there by Timmons. She'll take another ace. As Kate seems to have added a little bit of spicy mustard to her service since the last time I saw her serve. Good velocity on that one. Not much McInnes could do. Timmons, another nice service there. Andreessen, nice dig on the back line. De Silva puts that one up nicely. But there is Olivia Scammon with the block. Christensen tried to get that one over on the third touch, but Scammon wasn't having any part of it. 12 serving 7, second touch it goes over. Buckley sets, Scammon dug out nicely by Cofield. And that'll get over from O'Brien. Now Buckley sets. Good job there by Bowie getting up to it. And that will go out as the set by De Silva trying to set up O'Brien went too far to the far side and ended up going out. Highlanders with the lead 13-7. As we have a timeout on the floor, we're going to keep it right here. We're going to talk about some Highlander football, something we've really not talked about a ton in Somerville until Dave Pereira, head coach Dave Pereira, showed up 4 years ago. He began the rebuild that has resulted right now in an undefeated 2-0 Highlander football program as they will open out their GBL schedule at Malden Thursday, the 18th of September. They're coming off a 41-0 demolition of the Belmont Marauders as Marcos Pineda went for 90 yards rushing and 1 touchdown, 25 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. And by the way, he'll do the defensive side too with 7 tackles and a forced fumble. Great game for the junior. Aries Osiris, 5 for 6 passing, 57 yards and 2 touchdowns. One of those touchdowns went to Kerry Alphonse on a beautiful play. And Usman Kaba, 8 tackles, 2 for a loss, and 1 forced fumble for the Oos. As the Highlander football program looking great, we will have coverage throughout the season of that program. As the Highlanders able to get that point, 14 serving 7 as Timmons continues her strong service. Don't forget, get those notifications at home. We have live coverage of Highlander football throughout the season. You'll get a notification when we have that coverage. If you sign up for those notifications, that needs to be part of the button mashing. Like, share, subscribe to Somerville Ed TV. Side out goes over to the Mustangs. McInnes at the service line. McInnes, her service goes long. Bowie getting out of the way of that one. Now Buckley at the service line, 15 serving 8. Highlanders leading this one 1-0. Good service there by Buckley, as she'll pick up the ace. Great service right down the line by Buckley. Caulfield unable to take care of that one. 16 serving 8. Highlanders have doubled the Mustangs up. Good dig there by Bassnett. And we're going to have a double touch called against O'Brien. Highlanders take the point, 17 serving 8. Clarification for Medford head coach Samantha Kinney. Buckley, another nice service. Bassnett unable to get that cleanly. This has to come over, and it will. Excellent job there by Medford to get it over, as Yee will step in and take the third touch over for the Highlanders. Now looking to set up there. Good block up front by Scammon. Now Babick. Sonia Babick with the back line kill as she gets her 5th of the match. Freshman Sonia Babick showing what she can do out there, along with the libero Eve Paradis. Elizabeth Briones as well, 3rd freshman joining the varsity program here, doing an excellent job as the Highlanders lead 18-8 here in set 2. Buckley will set, looking for Yee here on the near side kill, and Yee will take it. As Kayla Yee picks up her first kill of the contest. McCartney Reedy checking into the game for the Highlanders on that front line. Rowan Buckley still back at the service line, 19 serving 8. Another good service there by Buckley. As the dig out by Cofield gets too close to the net, De Silva, nothing she could do with it. Highlanders take the 20-8 lead. Big cheer from the bench as Marissa Lexama checks into the game for the Highlanders. Buckley's service, excellent to Cofield, dug out well. This has to go over from De Silva, it does. Now Buckley will set, looking for Yee here on the near side. Dug out by Bassnet. Set over to the far side to O'Brien. Good dig that time by Parody. Once again, O'Brien has the opportunity, but gets that one into the net. Highlanders will take the point, 21 serving 8. Buckley has had a great run of points here. 8 points at the service line for Rowan Buckley. Set up there. Sent over by Christensen. And Reedy, nice adjustment there as McCartney had to adjust as she was trying the attack. That has to go over, and it will not, as O'Brien cleared out her bench going over trying to get to that ball. Highlanders will take the point, 22 serving 8. 3 points away from taking the second set and a 2-0 set lead. Bassnet with the dig, trying to set up Christensen. She sends it over, no danger. Buckley now. Yee will touch that over, but she gets called for the double touch. Side out goes over to the Mustangs, 9 serving 22. There's Melchiono back at the service line for the Mustangs. Dug out well by Babbix. Yee, far side attack, dug out by Andreessen. Gomez tried for the kill, couldn't quite get the elevation there and wasn't able to get it over the net. Side out goes to the Highlanders, 23 serving 9. Highlanders 2 points away from taking a 2-0 lead in this match. Best server on the team back at the service line, Kayla Yee. As Yee looks to serve them to the 2-0 lead. Gomez was calling for it. Christensen ducked away at the last second. Miscommunication leads to a set point. As Kayla Yee at the service line, looking to give the Highlanders the 2-0 lead here in the first ever Tufts Volleyball Classic. And like the first set, the Highlanders take the second set with an ace as well, as Yee will tune up the band for her first ace. 25-9, the Highlanders take the second set. We'll be back for third set action here from Cousens Gymnasium at the first ever Tufts Volleyball Classic here on Somerville EdTV. We are back here on Somerville EdTV from Cousens Gymnasium, historic Cousens Gymnasium on the campus of Tufts University. The first ever Tufts Volleyball Classic. Highlanders leading the Mustangs by the score of 2-0 as we move to the third set. I'm Todd Harmon here on Somerville EdTV as the Highlanders look like one of those teams that will be challenging in the GBL this year for a GBL championship, looking to get back to the playoffs for the second year in a row as they had a heartbreaking loss at Grafton in a 5-set contest. And the addition of the 3 freshmen, Elizabeth Briones as well as Sonia Babbix and Eve Parody, that is an extremely important addition for the Highlanders as that gives them depth. And if you remember from the Grafton game, it seemed like they just didn't have as much depth as Grafton in that 5-set loss. Kayla Yee starts things off at the service line here in the third set. Medford gets that over on the third touch as Bowie awkwardly gets that over. Nice adjustment by Alexis. Kill attempt there by Gotcher, but it's going to go long. Highlanders take the first point of the third set, 1-0. Yee, another nice service there, dug out well by Bassnett. Sent over on the third touch by Melchiona. Set up in the middle, trying to get Scammon. Nice job there as Bowie adjusted and was able to get it over. Now Scammon gets it over on the second touch. Set here, sent over by Melchiona. Back set, looking for Bowie. Got it off of the red pole. The candy cane poles, can't hit those with the ball. Point goes over to the Mustangs. Emma Malerba back at the service line, tied up 1-1 here in the third set. Nice dig there by Paradis. Babick trying to get up to it. Briones a little bit off on that set. Elizabeth Briones, now she's going to be incredibly important for the Highlanders as she develops. Freshman out there, number 9, as she is a setter for the Highlanders at such an incredibly important position. As Briones sets Bowie. Bowie is blocked as Godshire got up to put that right back into Bowie's face. Heck of a block there by Kay Godshire. Side out, or I should say point goes to Medford, 3-1. Good eye there by Sonia Babick as she lets that one go. Wide to the far side. Side out to the Highlanders, 2-3. As Eve Paradis back at the service line. She's got an ace in this match. Set in the middle, looking for Purifour, and she will get it. As Purifour takes the kill on that. Four serving 2 now. As Cofield back at the service line. Cofield has an ace. Point goes to the Highlanders. Illegal shift. Illegal formation is the call against Medford on the fault on the formation. It's the official explaining what was incorrect about that rotation actually that went on. Alexis Bowie preparing back at the service line, where she has been dominant today. 5 aces for Alexis. As the explanation is over, 3-4, Bowie with the service, dug out well by Cofield. Tried to get over by Melchiono. That set just a little bit too close to the net. Not much Melchiono could do with it once she got over there. Point will go to the Highlanders, 4-4. We saw Bowie take a little bit off that service that time. We'll see what she does with it here. Gets it back to Cofield. Nice spin on that ball. As you saw the ball come off the dig attempt by Cofield, it just had such funky spin on it as Bowie racks up her 6th ace of the contest, 5-4. That one's going to get into the net. As it hits the tape, goes the wrong way for the Highlanders, ties this one up 5-5, side out over to the Mustangs as Purifour goes back to the service line. Good service there by Purifour as Yee will dig it out. Set by Briones, looking and finding Babick's for the kill. Great backline kill there by Sonia Babick's. Excellent cross-court set as well by Elizabeth Briones. 2 freshmen connecting up on that kill and set. 6-5 as Babick's great velocity there, dug out very well by Andreessen. Medford able to handle that. Touched up that time by Briones. Sent over well by Bowie. That has to go over, and it does. Now Briones has the opportunity to set to Scammon. Or not to Scammon, I'm sorry, to Timmons. as Timmons gets the kill. That is Timmons' second kill of the game, or match, I should say. Another nice service there by Babbix, dug well by McInnes. This has to go over, and it does. Now the set by Briones. Right in the middle there, Timmons, but dug out well by Andreessen. This has to go over. Timmons with the block as Kate Timmons says no. Great central defense there by Kate Timmons. Highlanders extended to a 3-point lead, 8 serving 5. Babbix so tough with that service. Andreessen has to get it over, and she does. Now Briones with the set. Timmons tries to get the kill. Not really what they were looking for there. As you can see, Yee out on that left attacking edge. Wanted to get that set for herself. Side out goes over to the Mustangs. 6 serving 8. McInnes, her service. Dug out by Babbix. Single touch win over. Dangerous here for the Highlanders. As Christensen able to get it over. Very dangerous there. Bodies flying all over the place. Alexis Bowie as well as Elizabeth Briones go down to the court. They seem all right. 7 serving 8, and there's a big old ace for McInnes. As she tunes up the band for her first ace of the match. Ties this one up, 8 serving 8. That one too strong from McInnes. Side out goes to the Highlanders. Kate Timmons will go to the service line. Kate has a couple aces in this match. Really has added some speed, some velocity to her service. That one blocked down by Scammon. Scammon and Briones right on that front line. Able to get the block for the Highlanders. 10 serving 8 now. Timmons just long on that service as it was out by maybe about a foot. Side out goes to the Mustangs. Ella Melchiono at the service line. 9 serving 10. Set by Briones. Scammon looking for the kill, dug out. That has to go over. They're not going to quite get it over as Christensen could not get that third touch over. Side out goes back to the Highlanders, 11 serving 9, as Briones will go back to the service line. Good service there by Elizabeth as she will pick up the ace. The third of the freshman triumvirate picks up the ace there. So all 3 freshmen have aces in this match. 12 serving 9. Highlanders looking to get some space there on the scoreboard. Briones, though, a little bit far here to the near side as she tried to send it down the line. Ten serving 12 here after the side out. Back set by Briones. Kayla Yee comes flying in. Dug out well by Bassnet. Sent over by Purefoy. Now the big set for Alexis Bowie. And the attempted kill there by Bowie goes long. Medford staying alive here in this third set, trailing 2 sets to nothing. 11 serving 12, Andreessen service, dug out by Babbix. Set to the far side looking for Bowie. Bowie didn't get all of it. I think she adjusted those. Purefoy was coming over. And she'll take the kill. Little soft touch there by Bowie. Yee now back at the service line, side out to the Highlanders, 13 serving 11. Bassnet with the dig. Looking to set Purefoy. That one is in as Purefoy kisses the line picking up her 4th kill of the match. Side out back to the Mustangs as Malerba back at the service line, 12 serving 13. Set by Briones. And Olivia Scammon takes the kill. Great set on the inside there by Briones. Scammon came flying in, was able to pick up her first kill. As Kate Timmons checks back into the game. Highlanders take the side out, 14 serving 12. Eve Parody back at the service line. Andreessen with the dig. Pureford is going to try to get that over, but is unable to as Kate Timmons was menacing her there from that central blocking position. 15 serving 12 now. Highlanders, a win in this set will give them a sweep of the Mustangs, 3-0. As Timmons mistimed her jump there. Realized it once she was elevated, just couldn't quite get enough on the ball. Side out goes over to the Mustangs, 13 serving 15. Sydney Cofield back at the service line. Cofield with an ace today. Yee, good dig. Babick sends it up. Bowie will send it over. Trying to set up Pureford, but a little bit off on that set. Now Briones with a set, back set, looking for Alexis Bowie. What an adjustment that time by Alexis as she picks up her 4th kill of the match. Looking to come in with the power, instead had to adjust a little soft touch to where there were no Mustangs on the floor. 16 serving 13, Bowie back at the service line. Good service there by Bowie, nice dig by Cofield. That goes over on the 3rd. As Briones, heady play there by the freshman. Passes up the set, instead the second touch send over as she'll take that kill. 17 serving 13. Highlanders leading by 4 here in the 3rd set. As Bowie gets that into the netting. (14 serving 17 now as Carissa Pureford back at the service line. Service that time by Pureford. Into the net. Side out goes to the Highlanders, 18 serving 14. Sonia Babick's back at the service line. Sonia, 2 aces in the match so far. She's been a force as well with 6 kills. As Nalia Funk is going to bring the noise and bring the funk checking into the game. McCartney Reedy as well out on the floor for the Highlanders. Babick's service is long. Side out goes to the Mustangs. 15 serving 18. So McInnes back at the service line. McInnes has an ace in the match. Service by McInnes is going to be her 2nd ace as the Highlanders let that go thinking it was long, but it kissed that back line. 16 serving 18 as Medford will not go away here in the 3rd set. Dug out there by by Parody. Has to go over, and it does by Funk. 3rd touch needs to go over, it does. Opportunity here. As Reedy got dug out by Andreessen on the back line. Set there by Briones into the middle. Parody sends it over on the 3rd touch. Set into the middle. Babick will dig it out on the back line, trying to set Yee here. And the point goes over to the Mustangs. A double touch is the call against Elizabeth Briones, and that has gotten head coach Steve Walker over. trying to get an explanation on this. I'm not totally sure what the heck happened. It looked very much like Brione's set. Yi was lined up, ready for the kill. Normally when the officials hold up the 2 fingers, as the chair official did in this case, it's a double touch, but it did not look like Elizabeth got a double touch on that one. We're going to replay as Kayla Yi able to explain the situation. We're going to replay the point. 16 serving 18. Dug out nicely there by Babix. Yi looking for the kill. Did not get the downward thrust that she wanted on that. Hit it too far. Now we have a 1-point game. As Rowan Buckley checks back into the game for the Highlanders, the lead starting setter. Dug out well that time by Parody as Buckley, nice touch there to get it over. Medford able to handle it well. Now the set by Buckley. Yi looks for the kill. Andreessen with the second touch. This has to go over, and it does. Once again, the set by Buckley. This time McCartney-Reedy. That's Nalia Funk. Bringing the noise and bringing the funk with the kill. So Nalia Funk picks up the kill. 19 serving 17. Kate Timmons checks back into the game. As we're also going to get one more change here. Olivia Scammon gets back up onto the front line. 19 serving 17. Kate Timmons service. Dug out well by Andreessen. Looking to set here near side. Dug out by Reedy. Yi just touches that over well. Now Buckley with the set. Internal set, looking for Scammon, dug out well by Andreessen. And what a kill there by Ella Christensen as she picks up her first. Makes it a 1-point game. 18 serving 19. Melchiano back at the service line. Medford not willing to go gently into that good night yet. Buckley with the set. Babbitt looking for the back line kill. Did not get it over the net, and we are tied at 19s here in the third set. Melchiona looking to serve. Parody with the dig. Set by Buckley. Kayla Yi with the kill down the line. Coming from that left attacking position. Hits that one clean straight down the line for her second kill of the match. Now Buckley back at the service line. Had a great run of service points in set 2. But the Highlanders were able to ride all the way to the win in that set. Nice job by Buckley as she gets to that. Yi, a little miss hit there by Kayla, and Babix unable to clean it up on the back line. We're tied once again, this time at 20. As Andreessen back at the service line. Tips the tape. Good reaction there by Babix as she's able to get it. Second touch goes over. Buckley will set. Yi able to get it over. Bassnett with the dig. Sent over by Melchiona. Now Buckley will set. McCartney-Reedy looking for the kill, but didn't quite get what she wanted in terms of that set. And the Mustangs lead here in set 3, 21 serving 20. As head coach Steve Walker will take a timeout for the Highlanders. We're going to keep it right here at historic Cousens Gymnasium just to remind you about all the great things we have going on. Talked about the Highlander football program, how well they are doing. They will be opening out their GBL schedule at Malden on Thursday the 18th. We will have coverage of their road game at Chelsea the following week, as that will be here live on Somerville Ed TV. Make sure you mash your buttons, like, share, subscribe, sign up for notifications, call Uncle Artie in Altoona, Don't forget about Aunt Susan in Sydney, Australia, because I know she wants to keep track of what's going on in Highlander athletics this fall. So much excitement, especially with that football program and especially here with this volleyball program as well. Although Medford not going gently into the good night, trailing 2-0. They lead here in the third set, 21 serving 20, as Ruby Andreessen back at the service line for the Mustangs. That goes long. Good reaction by Sonia Babix as she let it go. Highlanders get the point and the side out, 21 serving 21. Kayla Yee at the service line. Kayla with an ace in this match. Would love to rack up a few more. Nicely dug there by Bassnett. Sent over by Godcher. Buckley with the set. Babix will take that kill as Sonia Babix shifted out to that left attacking position, comes flying in and gets her 7th kill. 22 serving 21. Good service by Yee, tipped the tape, went the right way. Good reaction once again by Babix as Purefour tried to get that one in. It went long, but Babix had to get out of the way of it. 23 serving 21. Highlanders 2 points away from taking this match with a sweep. Yee tried to bring it here to the near side. Too far though. So now Medford has service, 22 serving 23. As Emma Malerba back at the service line. Malerba's service is good, dug out well by Parody. Babix will set it up, sent over by McCartney. Reedy. Purefour will take the kill as she racks up her 5th of the match, and we're tied at 23 here in set 3. Service by Malerba, good service. Babix able to dig it out. Now Babix looking for the kill. Good block there by Purefour as a joust ended up going Medford's way. Now Parody. McCartney Reedy tries for the kill, not quite able to do it as Andreessen will send it over on the 3rd. Now Parody, Buckley with the set, Babix looking for the kill, and Sonia Babix racks up number 8 in this match. Highlanders have match point now, 24 serving 23. Babix, the freshman, with the kill, set up this match point. Now Eve Parody, one of the other 3 freshmen, looking to serve them to the match victory. Godcher gets that one over, dug out by Yee. Buckley with the set. McCartney Reedy will take the kill, and the Highlanders will take the victory. As in straight sets fashion, the Highlanders win the first ever Tufts Volleyball Classic, as they took game 1 by the score of 25-13, game 2 by the score of 25-10, and they win game 3 by the score of 25-23. So the Highlanders move their record to 4-0 overall, 3-0 in the GBL. Medford drops to 0-3 overall, 0-3 in the GBL, as the Highlanders continue a excellent opening to the season. They have big, important games coming up on their schedule, as they will be facing off against Everett coming up this week, as well as Watertown on Friday. They need to win those games at Broome Fieldhouse, and then they will have a huge week against Revere and Lynn Classical. We will have coverage of that game against Lynn Classical. Lynn Classical, the reigning power of the GBL. And this is a Highlander team that might be able to knock them from that perch. That's going to do it for us tonight from the first ever Tufts Volleyball Classic. I'm not sure, we may have a trophy for the winner. I'm not 100% sure, but we will see. But you see head coach Steve Walker talking to his players right now. Excellent job by the Highlanders, led out there by freshman, I should say, Sonia Babix, as Sonia Babix had 8 kills in the match, 2 aces as well. Alexis Bowie, a tremendous all-round performance as always, with 4 kills and 6 aces for Alexis Bowie. Kate Timmons had a great game as well, an excellent block, as well as a couple aces and some kills for Kate Timmons. And the Highlanders look excellent out there, winning this first ever Tufts Volleyball Classic. As that's going to do it for us here from historic Cousens Gymnasium on the campus of Tufts University. Thank you so much for watching at home. We really do appreciate it. Thank you, Joe Constantine, double duty today, direction as well as camera. I am Todd Harmon, and you have been watching the first ever Tufts Volleyball Classic. The Somerville Highlander girls win this one in volleyball on Somerville Ed TV.